On? Yeah, okay. Good morning, or it's actually 3 p.m. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm hoping to get this up quick as a motherfucker, because the Oscars are in 3 hours, or so. So, I literally just got a notification that the Oscars are happening right as I fucking said that. That's so funny. Alright, so the Oscars are in 3 hours, as a lot of people know. And I did a reaction to the nominees. If you want to see that video, it's up on the channel. It'll have the my little pet rock boy, Perito, on the cover. There he is, from Everything Ever All at Once. That's the Everything Ever Once pet rock as well. Case it matters to people who are like, you spent $35 on a pet rock? Like, yeah, shut the fuck up, I did. The awards are, of course, tonight, and everyone is so anxious, including me. Sorry about my squeaky chair. That's just gonna be loud no matter what I do. Yeah. I'm excited for the awards. I kind of, lost interest for, a few weeks and forgot it was coming out because I was just so focused on, Scream. Everything was Scream to me, and Scream 6 was out this weekend. But, at least as of today and yesterday, I've made my focus back to the Oscars, and I am excited to discuss the awards. So, I have their website right in front of me. We're going to go through the nominees and my predictions. It's not going to be a lot of editing. It's just kind of a natural video that you'll see here as we talk about the nominees. And we'll begin with actor in a leading role, which we have the nominees are Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for Aftersun, and Bill Nighy for Living. So I've not seen Living or Aftersun. I do plan to watch Aftersun. Probably in 2 weeks I'm going to order that A24 Blu-ray and I'll watch it within a month. I've not seen Living either. If I had to guess though, neither of these people are our winners. It seems very much a toss-up between Austin Butler and Brendan Fraser. Colin Farrell's very much teetering that third slot, but I don't think he has a chance at this point. It really seems that it's between Brendan and Austin Butler, which, interesting to say, both in their consecutive films, The Whale and Elvis, I both gave 5 out of 10s. I loved their performances, in particular Brendan Fraser in The Whale. I thought Austin Butler was... Oh, he was good. He was good for sure. The performances were more standout in The Whale, but I thought the writing for both was pretty fucking bad. They're both really messy, structured films. I didn't necessarily love the films. I liked their performances, and I understand why they're both here tonight. And if I had to pick a preference, I personally would want to see Colin Farrell win, but he won't be winning. Brendan Fraser would be my second choice for winning, and I also think Brendan Fraser is going to win. I don't think they're going to give it to Austin Butler. It really seems like this is going to go the Brendan Fraser route in my head. So, who I want to win, Colin Farrell. Who I think will win, Brendan Fraser. Who should win? I haven't seen Aftersun, but I hear great things about Paul Mescal, Brendan Fraser, Colin Farrell, and I think any of them should really win. Even Bill Nighy. Just anyone above Austin Butler, who's good, again. He is one of the few standouts of that movie, especially over Tom Hanks, because what the fuck was that? I just watched Elvis today, so, I definitely did not enjoy it in the good term way, I would say. But yeah, I'm going to go Brendan Fraser wins tonight. Actor in a supporting role, we got Brendan Gleeson, not Brendan Fraser, in case I had to make that comparison. Brendan Gleeson for The Banshees of Inisherin, Barry Keoghan, also nominated for Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Judd Hirsch for The Fabelmans, and Ke Huy Quan for Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is a great fucking lineup. I actually have seen all these movies. I thought Causeway was a good movie, and I thought the reason for sure, the one thing that I love most about that movie was Brian Tyree Henry's performance. Jennifer Lawrence is good too, but the standout to me was Brian Tyree Henry, and I totally... Seeing him here is actually pretty pleasing that he's even Oscar nominated. You can call him Oscar nominated Brian Tyree Henry now. He's got the least likely chance of winning, I think, out of all of these people, sadly, but it's cool to see him here. Brendan Gleeson was really good in Banshees of Inisherin. He wasn't the standout to me. I thought the other 3 lead actors were probably the more standouts, but he was good in the film, for sure. And he's a good character, definitely a character that I could see the Oscars appealing to. But again, I don't think either of the Banshees people got it. Keoghan's great, Barry Keoghan especially. I wouldn't be mad. If he won, I'd be like, holy shit, that's an upset because I really wanted to see this other person win, for sure. But it's actually cool that Barry Keoghan got credit because he's fucking amazing in it. Judd Hirsch, great scene in The Fabelmans. I don't really know if it's a fully deserved nominee, but he is great, and I understand why he's here. That one scene is one of the more standout scenes of the movie. You see a bit of it in the trailer. It's like art and family, it'll tear you in two. That part, I think everyone knows that line from the trailer. But Kihei Kwan is who I want to win. I think it's who everyone wants to win at this point. Fucking crushes it, this man. Like, it's great to see him on a redemption arc, just consistently and constantly. He's like been on this arc of redemption since the damn start of the year nearly. Like when this hit fucking South by Southwest and then people talked about it, the buzz built up between Michelle Yeoh, Stephanie Sue, him, and Jamie Lee Curtis. All were getting praise. This movie's great. He was the one I was saying getting even the most praise, maybe the most discussion about any other person. Deservingly so. It's my favorite performance from an actor this whole year. It's emotional, it's beautiful, it's adorable, it's cute. When he has to do the action, he's fucking badass. He can just jump between that so well. And the movie obviously plays a comedic effect on that, which makes his character funny and charming too, just from that route. But it's a lot. He has the line about doing taxes and laundry, and that gets everyone crying like a little bitch out there, including me. And he's amazing. He did so goddamn good in this film, and he's so adorable, dude. Anytime he's won like everywhere practically, so it's like no doubt that I see him winning here tonight at the Oscars. And that speech, I'm sure, is going to be goddamn beautiful. Once again, it's going to be so cute. And he's going to be like, Steven Spielberg is here. I'm going to cry again. Like, it's so good. It's everything he does. He deserves it. He really does deserve it. And this is his redemption arc back into Hollywood. He's been out for fucking years doing behind-the-camera work, but still not really feeling like a standout. And now that he's back in front of the camera, like, he could be leading actor and shit now. I could really see him, like, not just taking supporting roles. Like, he's great in here as a supporting role, but his supporting role feels like a leading role. It's that impactful. Like, that's a performance truly that stands out. If a supporting role can make you feel like it is way more intensive like a leading role, then that is something that I think is, in particular, amazing. And he did that here. Good for him. I cannot wait to see him win tonight. It's guaranteed, in my opinion. I really don't know who the fuck else could win out of these four. Like, I don't even think they have a close shot. But it's cool to see them all. But Kihei Kwan got it in the bag. Actress in a leading role. We're on the actresses now. Cate Blanchett for Tar, Ana de Armas for Blonde, Andrea Riseborough, that controversy, for To Leslie, Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans, and Michelle Yeoh, however you say it. I say Yeoh, Michelle Yeoh, for Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is a toss-up once again. This is Cate Blanchett and Michelle Yeoh. I think that Williams had a shot early in the awards season predictions, but at the moment I don't really see it going much of anywhere. At this moment, at least. I don't think it's like a last-minute switcheroo, or it's like, holy shit, Williams won. I don't think there's a shocker really in this section this year, in any of the acting ones. I don't think there's going to be a lot of shockers, honestly. Tonight, I feel like we can predict quite a few of them. But it is between Cate Blanchett and Michelle Yeoh, because they have been winning at a lot of places, both differently. And I feel like the Oscars might appeal more to Cate Blanchett, since they might already be thinking, like, holy shit, I just gave Yeoh Picture and all these other fucking things. Like, because Everything Everywhere Once, I think, is about to go on a sweep. And I think it could possibly go to Cate Blanchett here, but if I have to take my real prediction, I really think that maybe, just maybe, I think Michelle Yeoh has a slight over edge on Cate Blanchett here. So, who I want to win, my two favorite performances out of these, because I actually have seen these all, holy shit. Andrea Riseborough is great in To Leslie, by the way, and so, like, her nominee should not be, like, of disappointment. I don't know how I checked out that one, but yet I still have not watched All Quiet on the Western Front. I haven't seen all the Best Picture nominees, but I've seen To Leslie, which no one apparently has fucking heard about. Yeah, I just really see it going... Why is my computer getting dark? There we go. I really just see it going to Michelle Yeoh at this point. I think it just fits that Yeoh sweep that everyone's talking about. Everything Everyone Wants really has it going in the bag for them. And she's great in the movie. She's badass. Her performances stand out. It's funny. It's emotional. It has like this slight awkward tension, mother-to-daughter relationship, but also the husband relationship with her is romantic and beautiful, but it's like truly a tragedy. It is just this broken family, and truly she compels it all. Because she has to run it all. She has to run the sci-fi parts, the action, the comedy, the drama, the romance. She has to fit it all in. And it is a compelling character that she plays, and she's definitely a standout of that film, and I think there's no doubt that people want to see her win. It feels like, for the most part, just based on like Twitter and Letterboxd, it seems like the Yeoh fan base is more than the Tar fan base, so I feel like more people want her to win, but also when it comes to the Academy itself, I think they could really be a toss-up between Blanchett and Yeoh. But Blanchett has won before, multiple times. And Michelle Yeoh hasn't won, and I think they're going to give it to her, and I think that's where that real fill-in ties in. I want to see Michelle Yeoh win. She was my favorite performance, at least of these, in the year. My favorite performance of all was Keo Kwan. I think Michelle Yeoh's got it in the bag, so I'm going to predict Michelle Yeoh wins. Who should win? Michelle Yeoh. Who will win? Who should, will, and I want to win. All Michelle Yeoh. Sweep right there for her across the board. Actress in a supporting role: Angela Bassett for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow for The Whale, Carrie Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Ever All at Once, and Stephanie Hsu for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I want to see Stephanie Hsu win. It's not going to happen, and that's fine, because there are all badass nominees. Once again, I've seen all these films: The Whale, Banshees, and Black Panther, and Everything Ever All at Once. So there's only 4 films with 5 different nominees, because 2 of them are from Yao, of course. Jamie Lee Curtis is getting the more buzz over Stephanie Hsu, which I don't fully understand. I get it, because she's, hasn't really been nominated before and hasn't had this, big uprising, and I guess she does deserve it. She was really good in this film, but Stephanie Hsu is the standout of the supporting performances, in my opinion. That being said, that's just because I want to see Stephanie Hsu win because of the, personality of her character and the overarch of Jamie Lee Curtis sitting, and I love Jamie Lee Curtis. That's mother right there, as people on Twitter would say. She's great, but the real mother who's gonna win, and I'm not gonna be mad winning, is Angela Bassett. She's just been fucking sweeping, and if Black Panther is gonna get any award tonight, the guarantee one to me, it's Angela Bassett. I don't see Carrie Condon winning. Jamie Lee Curtis may be a surprise upset. If it's even an upset, I wouldn't be mad if her winning. I'd just be like, she won over Stephanie Hsu. That's the weird thing. I get Jamie Lee winning over... Actually, I don't. Out of all these nominees, my least favorite performance, and that's nothing against Jamie Lee Curtis, but I thought every other person in here stood out just more than her in their consecutive films. So I would be a little weirded out by it, but I think Angela Bassett has in the bag, so I don't really think there's a concern here. Who should win? I think both Stephanie, Carrie, and Angela Bassett deserve the win. Hong Chow was really, really good, too. She would deserve the win. Who will win? Angela Bassett, who I want to win. Stephanie Hsu. But I think Angela Bassett winning, it's not against it. I'm for both, really. So who will win? I think Angela Bassett. Yeah, she's going to win. Animated feature film. I'm not going to do every category, but I'm going to skip, shorts and stuff that I haven't seen, because I just I'll know nothing about the category. But animated feature film, I can talk about this, because I've seen all 5. I said The Turning Red. I meant to say The Sea Beast. It's The Sea Beast. Solid Netflix animated film from Chris Williams and Jed Schlager. Turning Red, Domi Shia and Lindsay Collins. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Joel Crawford and Mark Swift. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Dean Fleischer Campbell, Elizabeth Holm, Andrew Goldman, Caroline Kaplan, and Paul Mezzi. And then Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro, Mark Gustafson, Gary Ungar, and Alex Bulkley. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio is winning kind of everywhere. There's been this little last-minute theory, though, at least to hold up, that Puss in Boots actually has a shot. And I don't necessarily think Puss in Boots doesn't have a shot. It's just based on the patterns I've seen. I'm about 99.99% sure, at least me, that it seems like Pinocchio's gonna win. I think the second shot here is Puss in Boots. Some people are saying Marcel is that second fill-in, and I think Marcel has recently been showing up more actively, but I don't think he has more than a shot than Puss. I think it's easily 1 through 3, Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Puss in Boots, and then Marcel the Shell Shoes On, Turning Red, Sea Beast. I think that's literally the pattern it could go. And if Puss in Boots wins, I would scream out loud. I don't think it's going to happen. If Marcel win, I would scream louder. If Sea Beast won, I would scream loud as shit because I wouldn't understand why it won. Sea Beast was fun, but all 4 of the other ones are way deserving. For me, it was Sea Beast is good. Turning Red is great. Puss in Boots and Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio and Marcel are all fucking amazing. But to me, the 2 that really stood out, I liked Puss in Boots and Marcel both more than Pinocchio. That being said, I think Pinocchio winning makes sense. It's Guillermo del Toro's little baby project he's been working on for years. He's been crafting this shit. He's wanted it for years. It's winning everywhere else. Why wouldn't it win here? Who I think should win, Puss in Boots. Who I want to win, Marcel or Puss in Boots, either one. And who will win, Pinocchio. So Pinocchio is my theory to win. Cinematography, I can't judge shit because I've only seen 2 of these, but I'll go through them anyway. I've seen a lot of All Quiet on the Western Front. I just did not finish it. It's not bad. I got caught up doing something else while watching it, but I'll finish it probably like a day or two after the Oscars, so I'll see it finally soon. Oh my god. The nominees are, for cinematography, James Friend for All Quiet on the Western Front, Darius Khondji for Bardo, False Chronicles of a Handful of Truths. I've been hearing that movie's cinematography is like fucking incredible. I haven't seen anything on it. Granted, it's like can't really compel you to tell you anything about it, but I've been hearing people say like, look, it's nominated for nothing else. It could just win this award. Like I've heard some people say that they think it's actually possible. Mandy Walker for Elvis. I don't think they're going to go that route. Roger Deakins for Empire of Light, I think is pretty possible. And then Florian Hofmeister for Tar. All right, let's go over this because I've only seen Tar and Elvis, but Roger Deakins is a name that I know that they would love to just give it to again after a fill-in. What do I think? All Quiet on the Western Front, from what I've seen, is very well shot. I don't think it's going to win. I think we've seen war movies like 1917 and other compelling ones that have won cinematography before. I just don't know if they'll go that route. Elvis, I don't think deserves it. It's a decent-looking movie, but it's a bit weird. It's like, I don't know. I don't think Elvis personally should win it, but it's possible it does? I don't know. That just doesn't seem right, that Elvis wins. That doesn't sit with me well. Like, I can't imagine that. Bardo could take over if people are really speaking honestly about it, but if I had to take a guess, it could. Empire of Light, while not a really liked movie, it seems like Roger Deakins could take it. Tar is very well shot. I love the look of Tar, so I would not be mad at that one. I think who I want to win, because I can only pick between two. No, I can pick between three, because I've seen enough All Quiet on the Western Front. I can't imagine, like, the second half of that movie is, like, very different looking. If it is, then forgive me what I'm saying. But I'd have to say who I want to see win, Tar, Florian Hofmeister for Tar. Who should win, probably Empire of Light. I'm sure, I've just seen clips of it from the trailers. It looks fucking stunning. Who will win? I'm going to guess Roger Deakins. I think they'll probably give it to Deakins, just because. Costume design, have I seen all these? I've not seen Miss Harris Goes to Paris. I do need to. I've heard it's actually fun. Alright, nominees. Babylon, Mary Stopers. Ruth Carter for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Catherine Martin for Elvis. Shirley Kurata for Everything Ever All at Once. And Jenny Beavan for Miss Harris Goes to Paris. Miss Harris Goes to Paris looks like a dress movie. Looks like that fancy British film. Probably something the Oscars appeal to. If I had to guess, Babylon has some good costume design. Black Panther, it won it the last time. I think the first Black Panther, didn't that win costume design? Ruth Carter won for the first Black Panther. Understandable, and the costume designs in this one are good. Would I say they're as good as the first Black Panther? Not really sure I could compare. There is a lot of differences to take into consideration with that Black Panther one there. But I don't think it'll go to Ruth Carter again. I don't think it'll go to Miss Harris Goes to Paris. It might go to Babylon. It actually, honestly, just might go to Babylon. Elvis, they could be like, hey, they recreated that costume. I know that costume from the history of Elvis. I'm an old 80-year-old white man. I pick Elvis. Captain Martin for Elvis. I'm sorry. That's probably what they'll do. I would love to see Everything Ever All at Once win. It has a variety of costumes. It's trippy as fuck. And, well, some are corny, some are great. And Everything Ever Once has an Elvis costume. I think people forget that. So, if you're going to pick it, you might as well pick the one with more variety, guys. Come on. It had an Elvis costume in there. She had the pig and everything. I don't think it'll be. I think it'll go to Babylon. Probably my guess here for that one. Who should win? I think Everything Ever All at Once should win. Who will win? Probably Mary Zophis for Babylon. And who I want to win? Everything Ever All at Once. I want to see that one in that. Directing is a big one. Ruben Östlund, Triangle of Sadness. Tar, Todd Field, directed Tar. The Fabelmans, Steven Spielberg. Daniels, who did Everything Ever All at Once. And Barton McDonough, who did Banshees of Inisherin. Who's going to win directing here? I think it's a toss-up between two. Steven Spielberg and Daniels. At least that's how I see it going. I think they could go either route. I'm going to say Daniels win this, but it really could jump any which way here. And that all depends on just the mood of the Oscars. Everyone online I've fucking seen, like, back then, even 2 months ago, it was like, is it Daniels or is it Spielberg? And I've looked online still, and that is still the debate. Is it Daniels or is it Spielberg? And I think the Oscars are going to have that one chance, and I think they're going to throw it to Daniels. I think this is just going to be an Yao sweep. I really fucking do. And I think the Daniels have got it in the back. I wouldn't be mad saying Spielberg won, but he's won before in the past. A lot of his films have won other awards, whether he won directing or not. He has won directing, but I don't know. If Fabelmans gets anything, I don't think it's this award. I don't even know if it'll win anything, but I think Daniels deserve it more. They just crafted something so fucking different. You can give it to Spielberg. His film had a sense of direction, but what they had to pull off with Everything Everywhere All at Once and its grand scale, the surprise of it, its direction is something very different that we just truly have not seen. Martin McDonagh's Banshees, while it's my favorite Martin McDonagh film now, does feel like a Martin McDonagh film. Tar is great. Very well directed, but I just don't see Todd Field winning. Same for Triangle of Sadness. I just don't see Robert Ostlund winning. Good for them to be here. They're great. They did great both with their films, amazingly. But that's fine. Like I'm very happy at least to just see like this could just be more likely for Everything Ever All at Once against beating Spielberg. So I'm gonna say Daniels who should win Daniels, who I want to win Daniels, and who will win Daniels. I think they got it. Documentary feature. I've seen none of them. I know I'm behind. Just from what it sounds like, I'm going to go Fire of Love. I'm not even going to go through all these. It just sounds like Fire of Love. I can't judge that one. Documentary short film. I have no idea. Film editing. The Banshees of Inisherin. Elvis. Everything Ever All at Once. Tar. And Top Gun Maverick. I think there are two here. It is between in my eyes. And for me at least, what I'm seeing going on is it's either going to go to, what's his name, Paul Rogers for Everything Ever All at Once, or it's going to go to Top Gun Maverick. And it really depends on just like what they... First of all, just stringing together the events of Everything All at Once is one of the most insane things. I remember leaving the theater going like, whoever edited this needs their dick sucked. They did amazing. I don't know how they put it together. What the fuck did they do? It's cohesive when it shouldn't be. It's insane what that film follows, and it does it so well. That person had a hard job, I can tell. Top Gun just seems like the typical, hey, let's give it to this one. The other thing I could see, like maybe a third likely, is like they fucking put Bohemian Rhapsody for editing. Do y'all remember that shit? It's almost like they think if it has more cuts, it's better edited together. That's how it works. I'm old and I'm 80 years old. I'm a white person who's 80. I get to pick the nominees. They'll probably go Elvis if that were the case, but I really think that a lot of people are seeing Everything All at Once, just taking it, and again, yeah, sweet, it's going on. But to its nature, I think Top Gun winning would not be a disappointment, and I could see it winning just because it is different than what other people would maybe think it would be. So I'd say Top Gun Maverick has a shot, but I don't think it's gonna win. But if Top Gun Maverick has a shot anywhere in these like other categories, in a technical category, Top Gun seems like the type of film to take the technical awards, and I think it could win here. So I'm gonna say Top Gun Maverick. I'm gonna be different than people. I think Everything All at Once and Top Gun Maverick have an equal shot, but I think maybe here they'll take Top Gun Maverick for the technical award. It just seems like something they might do, and I think Everything All at Once deserves it, but Top Gun Maverick winning it wouldn't make me mad. I could see it happening, and I understand it. International feature film. Here's the thing. I haven't seen Close, the A24 film from Belgium. I want to check it out. It's not it only played in theaters near me for a week, and all the show times were like at 4 p.m., which is when I go to fucking work, and I just couldn't make it work out. Bummed out, because I did want to check it out. Haven't seen All Quiet on the Western Front all the way through yet. I did see Argentina 1985, really good film. Haven't seen EO or The Quiet Girl. So if I had, it really seems like All Quiet on the Western Front has to win this. Once again with foreign film, one of the bullshit things is if it's nominated for Best Feature, like Best Picture of the Year. Like, okay, say Argentina 1985 won Best International Film. Why the fuck isn't it nominated for Best Picture then? And why is All Quiet on the Western Front nominated? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's obvious, like, what's going to win. It's All Quiet on the Western Front, 100%, because it's the one nominated for Best Picture. Otherwise, the other film would have showed up in Best Picture and not All Quiet on the Western Front. You get what I'm saying? This is why I think it's always a dumb thing when that happens. I'm not against it. It's just, like, it almost defeats the purpose putting it in there, because now you don't get to share the possibility of winning these other films. You already know what's going to win. Everyone who's there. All the people for fucking Argentina, Belgium, Poland, Ireland are going to be like, it's going to go to Germany for All Quiet on the Western Front. They're the ones nominated there. We know that shit. So, yeah. Good for all the nominees, but it's going to go to All Quiet on the Western Front. Who should win? I'll say Argentina 1985 because I liked it. That's all I can say. Who will win? All Quiet on the Western Front. And who I want to win? I guess Argentina 1985. Makeup and hairstyling. The Whale, Elvis, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, The Batman, and All Quiet on the Western Front. When I saw All Quiet on the Western Front, looked pretty good. Saw The Batman. I guess maybe for the Penguin is what they're really looking at, being like, that's the standout part there in terms of the makeup. Black Panther, yeah, good. Elvis, good. I think they're going to go The Whale. I think they love them fat suits and shit. I think Brendan Fraser in this. I think it's the only two things The Whale is going to win. So, cool for it being there. I think that's what it is. It could go to Elvis or The Batman, too. Those are the only other two I could see it going to. But I'm going to predict The Whale. Music original score. All Quiet on the Western Front by Volker Bertelmann. Babylon, Justin Hurwitz. Carter Burwell for Banshees of Inisherin. Son Lux for Everything Ever All at Once. And John Williams for The Fabelmans. I think Nope should be here. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be like, what? Nope. Nope isn't nominated for anything tonight, and I guess it just kind of seemed like it might be nominated early on, and then it fell off very quickly, so I'm not shocked it's nowhere here. Honestly, I think Babylon and Everything All at Once have easily the two best scores. Son Lux's score for Everything All at Once is so varietized. I loved it. I can't wait to have the vinyl of it. The Fableman score's good. It feels like John Williams could just win because it's John fucking Williams, and like, how many years does he got left alive, you know? I'm not trying to be mean, but like, they could just throw it like that. From what I heard, Walk on the West Front, it's solid. Banshees of Inisherin has a good score. If I want one to win, who will win? Let's do who will win. Babylon got nothing else really in this bitch, so I'm going to say Babylon, other than maybe Quiet. A lot of people have recently been saying online, All Quiet on the Western Front has got score in the back. I don't know about that. I think Justin Hurwitz for Babylon could easily just fucking throw in the towel and be like, hey, give up All Quiet on the Western Front. I won. That was a bad metaphor and analogy for it. But I think Babylon, it's really between Babylon and All Quiet on the Western Front. Maybe John Williams or Fabelmans. I'm going to say who should win Everything All at Once, Son Lux. Who will win Babylon, who I want to see win either Babylon or Everything All at Once, Son Lux or Justin Hurwitz. I wouldn't mind seeing it win. I think who will win will be Babylon, though. I'm going to go with that. Original song. We've seen Naatu Naatu win in a few places. I'm just mentioning that before I read off the nominees, just because I'm like, I find that interesting. It doesn't mean it's necessarily going that route. I just find it interesting. Because Naatu Naatu, while a catchy song, is probably like the least like song feeling. It just kind of feels like a fun little moment within the movie. I haven't seen Tell It Like a Woman, so I haven't even heard the song Applause. I'm sure it'll be performed tonight, so I can't really judge it, but I guess cool that's there. I've seen the other ones, though. I finally watched RR. What a blast. Hold My Hand, Top Gun Maverick. I would understand if it won. Lift Me Up. I understand if it won. I love This Is a Life from the ending of Everything All at Once. What a great fucking song. I'd be so happy to see that win. Naatu Naatu from RR. Honestly, I think we just see a Naatu Naatu win here. I think if RR got anything, because it's fucked out of the international film category for some of the rules, I think it is. I feel like Naatu Naatu's won. I feel like I can't really even guess anything else. I can't imagine anything else winning. I'm not mad if it wins. It's just like I can't imagine anything else winning at this point. But I mean, like, hey, Gaga won't get it again. The only other thing I can maybe see is Lift Me Up from Black Panther. This Is a Life is definitely like maybe near the bottom. Even though I want to see that win, it's not likely. So who should win? This Is a Life. Who I want to see win? Hold My Hand, Lift Me Up, or This Is a Life. Who will win? Naatu Naatu. Nothing against it. Again, it's probably gonna win. All right, we're at Best Picture. Actually, let's go back up to it. I want to do the other like smaller categories before we do that. Production design. All Quiet on the Western Front. Avatar: The Way of Water. Babylon. Elvis. Fabelmans. I mean, it depends on how you really define production design. Is Avatar really like production designed? When you look at that film, is that like the first thing you think of? Like, look at the production. I'm going to say Babylon. I just think because it recreates the time. It just seems like that would win. It's also what I probably want to win. I'll go another Babylon here. Maybe 3 Babylon wins for a film that didn't get nominated else. It might get these technical awards. I'm going to go who will, should, and who would win. No, wait. Who will win, who I want to win, and who should win. I think Babylon for all 3 of those. Short film animated. I've only seen Ice Merchant, so I can't really judge on anything else. I can't judge that. Sound. I feel like this is Top Gun twin sound. I'm not 100% sure. I bet people out there are maybe thinking the Batman because it has nothing else to go for. All Quiet on the Western Front's a war film. I just think it's Top Gun. I don't even need to go. This probably, I'm honestly trying to make excuses. It's going to be Top Gun. I think visual effects, too. I think visual effects is probably going to be Top Gun. I mean, it's impressive what Everything I Want's pulled off with a low budget. I'm sorry. I just realized I said Everything I Want. I just realized I said visual effects is going to be Top Gun. I completely forgot Avatar's here. Avatar's getting nothing else. So, yeah, it's going to go to Avatar. Sorry, I sounded stupid there. If anything's second likely, though, then I think Top Gun. I think Top Gun, I just think, like, even though it's more practical how everything's done, I just think it feels so natural how real it looks. But Avatar's winning. I don't even know how I missed that. Yeah, Avatar The Way of Water is going to win. Visual effects. I sounded stupid there for a moment. Oh, we got the screenplays, and then I can go to Best Picture. All right, writing for adapted screenplay. All Quiet on the Western Front. Glass Onion. Living. Top Gun Maverick. Women Talking. So I think we're all pretty in the clear here to say it, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I really do think it's going to go to Women Talking. Yeah. I'm looking at these nominees. I'm like, Glass Onion, no. Good that it's here. I'm very happy. I love Glass Onion. I fucking adored Glass Onion. But like Knives Out, it wasn't nominated for anything else, but it did get nominated for this. It didn't win, though. And I feel like Glass Onion's in that same category. I don't think Living has a shot. I haven't really heard much about anyone talk about it. I think it's between Women Talking and Top Gun, honestly. And I think Top Gun, because it's kind of a recreation of, like, it film itself, like the first one, just kind of better adapted, in a way, from that film. I think that it's Women Talking. Yeah, I'm going to go Women Talking. I don't really see anything else winning. And honestly, I'd be happy with Women Talking winning. Great film. Original screenplay. Oh my god, my fucking allergies, man. I'm sorry about this. My allergies have been so bad, but... Okay, now I can read it. Original screenplay. Everything Everywhere All at Once. The Fabelmans. Tar. Triangle of Sadness. And The Banshees of Inisherin. Who do I think will win? I don't see Banshees winning a lot of anything else, and I have Yao sweeping everything, so maybe for once I'll give something to Banshees here. I think it's between Banshees and Everything Everywhere All at Once, but I think maybe Banshees takes it, just because I've given everything else to Everything Everywhere All at Once, everything else at this point, in most of the categories it's in. So I'm going to say Banshees is the most likely to win, then Everything Everywhere All at Once, then Tar, then Fabelman's. Triangle of Sadness is at the bottom. I'm going to say Banshees wins. I think, honestly, like, if Everything Everywhere All at Once, Banshees, or Tar, or Fable, honestly, I wouldn't be mad if any of these really won. These aren't upsetting, really. I want Everything Everywhere All at Once probably to win the most because it's just my favorite film of the year, but Banshees winning, yeah, I want Banshees to win. I think Banshees will, should, and I want it to win. But I wouldn't be mad if Everything All at Once did, because, like, I adore it even more than the film overall, than Banshees overall. And yeah, now we're on to Best Picture, guys. Women Talking, Triangle of Sadness, Top Gun Maverick, Tar, The Fabelmans, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Elvis, The Banshees of Inisherin, Avatar Way of Water, All Quiet on the Western Front. Who takes the cake? I'm going to tell you who takes the motherfucking cake. It's got to be Everything Everywhere All at Once. There is nothing else that has an ability to be in. I've heard a lot of people say All Quiet on the Western Front, like, as like their number 2, and then other people say it's like their number 10. Like, so if that's the closest backup you have, or even Banshees, with nothing else really winning this category, Everything at Once is going to win so many fucking categories that just the build-up of it alone is going to give away who's winning. It's EAO. This is the EAO sweep. Who will win, should win, and I want to win is Everything All at Once. What else do you expect? That's the end of the video. Everything Everyone Wants is going to win everything. Congratulations to Everything Everywhere All at Once. And Ke Huy Quan and Michelle Yeoh and all that shit. You guys are going to sweep the night. Congratulations. And if it doesn't happen, I'm going to look so dumb at the end of this video. Goodbye.